All right, all right, all right. Let's start this thing up. Better not be able to hear myself. Okay, cool. Oh, XRP getting wrecked. You're right. You're right. XRP. The whole crypto market kind of got a big old shoe in the face today. It was a rough time in the markets. Rough time. But let's go ahead and check out U.S. oil here. So we're gonna start off with a lot of commodities, and then we're gonna go into the big boys for crypto. But we are still gonna be doing all of the requests, so this should be a fun night. Fun night as I dive further and further into the stock market realm. Expect a lot more of this, where we're just kind of bouncing between the two, because right now crypto space is heavily manipulated, and we saw that today with a nice spike up in the morning followed by distinct shoving it back down. That was astonishing what happened this morning. That was a rough time out there. 1 week is pegged at 0. Wait, what? 1 week is pegged at 0? Interesting. Everything is oversold. You're right. You're right. Everything's oversold and still selling. So this is where we start calling manipulation, because we're like, how low can it go? Well, the momentum's not there, and institutions that want to borrow, it's going to take them some time to get that funding. The Fed, they're being real stingy with giving out all the capital that these institutions want, so that they can start pumping the markets. So and I have this theory. So I guess next year we're gonna have a refinance of the U.S. debt, and the refinance is $8 trillion. So I do believe the Fed is actually dragging their feet until they get that refinance, and then they'll lower the interest rates. So that's my thought. I think it's all money driven, and it's pretty shady what they're doing, trying to tell us they care about jobs, and in reality I don't think they do. So that's just my theory. I don't know for certain, but it makes a lot of sense to me. It makes a lot of sense to me. So yeah, I'm not feeling too optimistic when it comes to the whole Fed offering money thing, but we'll see how it goes. Looks like Pump Fund might get shut down. They are losing their lawsuit with Sol. Oh, that's rough. Solana could be hit hard too. I bet it could, because I'm pretty sure Pump Fund is holding a ton of Solana tokens. That might be really bad for Solana. Some big whales are suing Pump Fund, and judge decides if they are going to shut down. That's crazy. But the problem with Pump Fund, it started getting filled with a bunch of scammers. So do you blame them? When they start scamming the whales, guess what? Pretty soon after, you're gonna get shut down. You can't steal the rich people's money for that long. You just can't do it. Otherwise, they come after you, and they win a lot. they win a lot. So either way, we're in for some interesting times. Interesting times. Verify with Grok on that. On what? The Pump Fund shutdown? Or are you talking about with the U.S. debt refinance? I know there's a delay. I don't even know what part you're hearing out of my whole little spiel there. Not sure. All right, U.S. oil here on the weekly, not looking. I mean, it's not bad. It's not good. It's just kind of like a descending triangle, maybe. Yeah, it's in New York courts. Oh, New York. Pfft. They're gonna get shafted for sure. Getting shafted. Oh no, not in New York. That's gonna be terrible. So yeah, we have a nice descending triangle. We do have bullish divergence on the weekly. There is an opportunity. Oil does pop to the upside. However, in the world, now we're worried about a war with Venezuela. So generally speaking, when wars start, you see oil prices drop, and then they come right back up. So if we do lose this level at 55.63, we could find ourselves all the way back down to 35.82. We might be ready to short some oil. Based off your weekly, might be a little premature to try and do that. Based off your daily, it's looking like we could catch some bids. So expect this thing to chop around for a little bit. while the market figures out, are they going to send it to the grave or not? Lower these go, the better our gas prices and the more deflation. So that's not really a bad thing that oil comes down. It's just it's not ideal for the big oil companies. And with the Fed not lowering interest rates, they don't really have a reason to start like pumping more at all at this point. They could start shortening the supply. They could start doing some weird stuff just to try and artificially raise the price of oil, but we'll see what all pans out. As of right now, we're going to be looking at this as a descending triangle where eventually you just see it fall down. So stay on the lookout for a breakout. If it does break out, we're looking to confirm our low and then rally off of it. But as of right now, we are bearish. We are bearish on oil, which is not bad. Everybody likes some cheap gas. Everybody likes some cheap gas. What is up, JB? How you doing? How you doing? Welcome in. Checking out gold. Now, gold, this is just a little engine that does not want to go down. But if you pay attention on the daily, we do have major bearish divergence, and we are significantly lower in strength. So obviously people are taking their profits into this rally. Obviously gold has gone absolutely parabolic. People are talking about 5K for sure. Whenever you see everyone thinking the exact same thing, usually it doesn't happen. So be on the lookout for gold to make a nice little correction, possibly back down to 3,922 and beyond. We'll see how it goes. Yo, what's up, Vic? How you doing? How you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. So yeah, gold right now, I would be very, very cautious with gold. If it short squeezes up, cool. That was one heck of a rally. That was a generational rally right there. A lot of people made a lot of money off gold. I'm surprised that it's still hanging out so high. But noted, this is on the anticipation of a lot of money printing coming out. You have China printing money. You have the U.S. printing money. You have interest rates coming down. But on the flip side, you have the carry trade that is imploding. So we're in a weird time right now, guys. We're in a really weird time. And I do think the gold craze is about to start coming to a halt, which means we could start shorting this thing for the next 5 years. But anyways, we're looking at gold right now, looking pretty decent in this, what I would call a bear flag. But if we do cross all-time highs again, we get above 4,388, well, then your next stop is more than likely 4,692. So gold performing extraordinarily well. So go gold. Go gold. Next up, we got silver, which is on an absolute tear. We've been looking at this past couple weeks. My target is still sitting at 74.51, and it's just chugging along, just going for glory right now. Not really much else to say. We're at all-time highs, and it just keeps on pressing on. Moving on from that, we got copper. Now, copper, I was looking for downside, but looking at this daily time frame, holy shit, did we just correct in a very great way? We might be tossing the idea of a 4% correction out the window. We might just be heading up that 16%, getting you to $6.15 and beyond, possibly $8 if this thing does start catching some wind and going to the upside. This could get real nice real quick. So as of right now, on your daily time frame, it is setting up for upside, and you're looking at anywhere between 16 to a possible 51% move to the upside. So precious metals are on, baby. Also, this means your electricity, any electric fixes or anything that requires copper wire is about to get very expensive. So get all of your copper needs now. Get them now. But this looks nice. This looks cool. I don't mind it. I don't mind if you don't take the small correction. It's precious metals. It doesn't have to pull back. But man, these metals, they are pumping, baby. Checking out platinum. I was bringing up platinum for a while now. Platinum has now officially broken above its weekly all-time highs, previous supports. It looks great. Now it's fighting for actual all-time highs. If this is true, if this trend is true, we're going to see a new all-time high on platinum in no time. We're looking for $2,304. So let's go platinum. When I brought it up to everybody, it was a 25% move to the upside. And looking at the daily, 0 pullbacks, only going up. So congratulations to anybody who decided to jump into this precious metal. Enjoy your gains. Enjoy them. Have some fun. Anyways, let's talk about Nvidia now. You know, the scary one. We were calling for downside, baby. I think thanks to Blue Owl today, we just got confirmation the AI boom is going to be going through some rough patches, because when you can't lend to the big boys, the growth dies. Therefore, Nvidia, you're about to see a bit of a correction. Could be going down as low as 132, and it would not be weird. 132 would not be weird. Would just be a normal correction. No big deal. It's been hot. It's been crazy. You had a beautiful looking bear flag-ish looking thing. Uptrend that was broken. Really. You got the bearish back test. Beautiful back test. Now you're rolling to the downside. Support at 148 is your first target. Second target, 132.93. Feeling good about it. And looks like we're just going to go on down there. Checking out your weekly right now. Weekly is now entering the neutral territory. But you have your 50 simple moving average sitting right down there next to that 148. So we're looking for 148, honestly. Just 148. Let's make it happen. Let's do this. Let's go on down there, Nvidia. You had a good run. You had a real good run there, buddy. All right. Now we got to talk about MicroStrategy, the backbone of Bitcoin. This bull run was MicroStrategy. They done fucked up. All right, they done fucked up. They even tried to make a new little investment vehicle. I think it's called Stretch or Stride, or maybe it's both of them. I know one of them was built toward like a way for them to pull out more debt to buy more Bitcoin. Now they have, I think it's called Stretch. It's essentially a perpetual play for Bitcoin. The problem is, you're basically investing in that thing to guarantee the debt of MicroStrategy and of Stride. So the only way that you get money from this Stretch thing is you put money in, over time you get dividends, so you make your money back, and hope to God somebody underneath you kept buying so you can actually make a profit later. It's not a really good business model. It's really not. It's kind of bad. A little scammy, but that's Michael Saylor trying to put all of his eggs in one basket. He's trying every which way possible to not have to take out more loans, get the stock market to pay for his crypto buying, and yeah, I think this new little investment vehicle, I think that's where the party stops. So we're gonna see how it ends up panning out. Maybe it works out great. But he's been issuing stock this whole time to start paying for buying more Bitcoin. It's really bad. I think they call that a Ponzi scheme. Yeah, it sounds real Ponzi. It's bad. What the F happened to Aster? No idea. If you're requesting it, we'll check it out later. Aster's getting wrecked. Well, yeah. So Aster, the fact that it hung on for as long as it did, after it was showing financials the exact same as Binance, it's like, what are they, sharing funds? No, they're a separate entity. You shouldn't have ever done that. So they should have gotten wrecked a long time ago. The fact that they lasted as long as they did, kind of impressive. No, it's getting wrecked. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes the most sense, actually. So MicroStrategy right now, we could be coming to the bottom of the range here, back to 117, another 27% drop, very likely, even though you're oversold on the weekly. I think Wall Street is kind of done with these Bitcoin treasury type plays, just because, Bitcoin's not performing well. They're about to be negative on the year, and if you're just holding a ton of Bitcoin, now you're about to show a lot of losses. And that's never good for the bottom line. That's never good for the bottom line. Also on the daily here, you can see this beautiful rounded top, and now we're making a lower low. This is just a continuation to the downside, is what it is. So, to the downside, MicroStrategy, you had a great run. You did wonderful. And since we are looking at this more as a crypto style play, you're not going to find very much value until you hit at least an 886. So until we get down here to 73.98 and testing a previous level of resistance slash support, we might not find any value in this thing until down there. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind, y'all. Holy S. Some whale dumped $12 million? That's a lot. That's a lot. That's crazy. We might do a guest appearance of Aster toward the end of the stream. So yeah, this thing, it just looks like 27 to a possible, very possible 53% more downside for MicroStrategy. Now, this is also the problem you run into when you issue so much damn stock and you dilute your stock. You just have a lot more sellers in the long run. So, there you go. MicroStrategy in the toilet. In the toilet. All right, let's check out Coinbase, which apparently came out with some amazing things. They're trying to become the everything exchange, says somebody in Discord, because I did not look that up at all. I just kind of saw the post about it. They want to start offering more stocks, more things like that. Cool. Still looking to go test 215, but if crypto keeps being a little rough out here, it's going to take a while before all those other things start giving it enough earnings for it to matter. So I'm looking between 215, 152. We're going to see how low this thing can go. You're in a very distinct downtrend right now. Let's see if we can break it sometime or on one of these uptrends. We have two uptrends to work with. You're going to more than likely interact with one of them sooner than later. When I brought this up the first time, it was 21% downside. I'm sure nobody cared. But now, it's probably looking a lot more realistic for that downside, especially as you see this rounded top and bearish backtest on the 200 daily. So, yeah, looking a little bearish out here in the stock market. Looking a little bearish. All right, next up, we got IREN. IREN. Oh, boy, are you dropping bad. Dropping bad. Toshi and Hyper, we'll check those out for you, DZ. Toshi and Hyper. However bearish I was the other day, I'm going to be just as bearish today. I can promise you that. All right, so IREN right now, we are looking at a beauty of a downtrend here. Absolutely gorgeous. We have some very slim support at 29.93. I wouldn't hold your stones for that. I wouldn't hold your breath for that holding, honestly. Maybe you get a small bounce. Maybe you get some chop, kind of like we did back here. But I'm thinking this downtrend is going to hold true at a minimum until we get back down to 1731. Once we get to this 1731 level, then we'll talk. But until then, yeesh. You think it's going to be green tomorrow? I don't know. It might do what it did yesterday. Considering it tried to go up and then it failed and got rejected bad today, I think it's going to be red the rest of the week. I'm thinking red the rest of the week. Because you can't do that and expect people to actually trade in your market. So for crypto, I think it's going to be red the rest of the week. If it goes green, I wouldn't trust it at all. It was going green this morning. It was great. And then, no. Such bad price action. Not even worth risking it until the new year at this point. It's like, do I want to ruin my Christmas by trying to trade leverage in crypto? Or do I just want to ride out the holidays? Probably going to choose ride out the holidays. So, yeah, I think crypto is going to be in the red. Retail has been gone. And right now you have these institutions just bullshitting around in the market. Not worth it. It's really frustrating. Because on the daily, everything looks great. Looks awesome. Looks like we should have gone up. That's why there's so many longs that got liquidated. Because it was like, oh, cool, today's the day. So you put in your long, and then you get absolutely obliterated. And it's like, whew, well, no more longing crypto for the year. That's really the statement that was made. Don't do anything in crypto till the end of the year. Good luck. But anyways, IREN here. We are falling, free falling, but we're still not oversold. So, with that being said, we are mainly just looking for support levels, and we could get caught up right in between these two zones here. So between 29 and 26, we get caught up a little bit, chop around, but either way, we still see that bit of downside coming. So it could be up to about 23% more downside. Aster is just effed. Hope you don't hold any. I really don't. I never bought Aster to hold. I was only trading it, but now I'm kind of like, the more you guys bring it up, the more I'm sad I'm not shorting it. I'm shorting Bitcoin Cash right now. And Bitcoin Cash just doesn't want to roll over. I swear. I'm on a 30x short. I'm only up 8%. This is a joke. What are we doing? What are we doing? So yeah, waiting for it to roll over. Anyways, that's Iren, looking really bearish. You know, we've been talking about all the bearish things in the market right now. We talked about the precious metals. They look really bullish. We're gonna shift gears here. And you know what? I think it's time to start betting on trash. Okay? Literally, Waste Management, trash. They just announced they are going to be raising their dividends by 16 point who gives a shit percent, as well as I believe it's $400 million of corporate buybacks next year. Waste Management, baby. I also didn't know they were publicly traded. But we're looking at anywhere between a 9.4 to a 35% move to the upside. This is a brilliant trend. I mean, my God. Look at how beautiful that looks. Look at that. Look at that. Waste Management. Who would have thought Waste Man? Check it out on the weekly. Waste Management. I mean, you hear everybody bitch and complain about their little Waste Management citations, but you never knew they were raking in dough like this. And they're going parabolic here. Anyways, just a thought. We do have a link down below for Webull. Take advantage. We both make a little money, but I'm not a proper affiliate. I just have a link to share with you guys. So, yeah, you win, I win, we all win, and we get to buy some Waste Management together. Fart coin, Hoover, I got you. Fart coin. But yeah, Waste Management, guys. Don't sleep on the waste. Oh, trash is good business. It is. It's really good business. Now, also, we're going to be looking at a slight energy play, Plug Power. If you ever had a Robinhood account, you probably got dropped Plug Power for free. It was one of the weird free stocks that Robinhood gave away back in the day. I rode that puppy up probably to about here, and I sold it because I had 3 of them that I got for free. And I was like, wait, these things are $39 now? What the fuck? Because I got them like back here. Anyways, yeah. Plug Power, it is in a great spot right now. Great reaccumulation area, and now we're putting in a brand new uptrend. Currently speaking, holding the uptrend. Currently speaking, we are holding this uptrend. We are in a beautiful accumulation area. We could see this thing rally something like 244%. It might take you till 2028, but the possibility's there. 244%. Just, it might take you 2 extra years. But that's stocks, baby. They're slow as shit. Epic Market Maker fake out. F everybody today. Yeah, it destroyed everybody. Destroyed absolutely everybody. It's so bad. So bad. Alright, so anyways, that is Plug Power. Now let's go ahead and shift gears into crypto. I'm going to take a little sip here because the crypto portion is going to be short. And then we get to all of your guys' requests. I got you covered. Yo, what is up? How you doing? No, you my guy. You my guy. Anytime we talk about it, I got a guy for that. You're the guy. All right. So let's go ahead and get... Not that. That. Okay, we'll get rid of that. Now, looking at total market cap. Looking at the total for crypto market cap. We're still in the downtrend. Harsh rejection this past week. Been a little rough. Checking out our daily. Now, our daily did something bad. Did something really, really bad. It's Johnny. That's what it is. What's up, Johnny? Sorry, I got the @ thing, and it just, yeah, just, ugh. What are we drinking tonight? Well, tonight, my wife got me a different type of beer. This is Elysian Phase Dust Imperial Hazy IPA. It looks like some bubblegum stuff. Let's go to here. Let's pull it out right there. Right there. That's what we're working with tonight, everybody. That right there. Yeah, IPA, IPA life is what it is. Alrighty. Something with alcohol for sure. Oh, we need it. Yeah, we need it after today. You kidding me? You're a man of many tastes. Hey, man. Throughout college, my type was pretty, and that means all races alike. I'm willing to join the Pride Lands for. Is what it is. All right. Anyways, happy hops. Yes, happy hops. So the bad thing we did in total market cap today. You have tequila. That would probably be better for my figure. Honestly, tequila would be a lot better for the figure. So right now, we could see a test all the way down to 2.6 trillion. It would not be strange at all. We lost the uptrend on total market cap. We could be falling down another 8.79%. And that would be your favorite crypto. Minimum 8.79%. Hopefully you're mentally prepared for that. Hopefully it's not going to scare you. But understand, we are riding the downtrend right now until we break out and we get confirmation. And right now, we need major confirmation. But if we don't get that confirmation, we are just looking for downside at the moment until the Fed decides to stop being a little butthole and starts releasing the floodgates of money. Yeah, we're going through some dire straits here. Like Bitcoin right now is trying to rally, but if you notice, most of the crypto space, it's not doing a damn thing. So it's just Bitcoin getting the love, and some of the others, thanks to their Bitcoin comparative, are getting a little inch up, but it's nothing substantial yet. Who knows? Maybe this weekend or maybe tonight we get a crazy pump, but I'm just not seeing it yet. I'll see it in the morning, I guess. Solana is still that's pretty funny. I mean, Solana, it has its quirks. The fact of the matter is, it's its second bull run. You can't really blame it for anything outside of institutions loving it. Solana at $80 would be weird. Wouldn't be weird. That's fair. Wouldn't be weird at all. But yeah, so right now, total market cap, honestly, we are deep in the bearish control zone, low stochastics. Traditionally, I'd be like, we're going to upside, baby. We going up. But the market's been really weird. So I can't just be crazy hyper bullish right now. I'm more or less thinking, I think we just ride this out, bleeding out left and right, going sideways nonsense until the end of the year. But that's just my thoughts. We'll see what everything happens. I don't have a crystal ball. I don't have fortune telling. It's just my gut feeling here. Just the gut feeling. And any little dip that Bitcoin takes, oh man, the alts are just going to get punished. Anyways, that's total market cap. Could see 8.79% to the downside. If we do pop up, we have to get above $3.2 trillion before we can start getting all antsy and excited, because that was your previous high. Get a higher high, then we need a higher low. You guys know the game. You know the drill. That's what we're doing. Let's check out Bitcoin. Well, I said it last week, and I'm saying it again. There's still a possibility of us testing 80,734. And after today, this crazy wick up, yeah, it looks like they really want it. It really looks like they want it. So I'm just waiting to see if we actually break this uptrend. If you zoom out a little bit, though, uptrend's still intact on the daily, and it's definitely intact on the weekly. I mean, they could keep this party going all the way out until the new year. They could literally keep this going until the new year. That's the annoyance. They could do this for another 2 weeks, and you're just sitting there like, meh. I guess it's just doing crypto things, bro. It's rough. It's just it's gross. Absolutely gross. Yo, what's up? One Up Trading. How you doing? Sol is getting sued and losing a big court case. Solana might not be around too much longer with Pump Fund. Yeah, well, Pump Fund, they messed up. Too many scams. My shorts all paying. Hey, man. Crypto, time to short, baby. But waste management, time to go long. I'm glad I'm shifting this New Year's resolution. I'm going to dive as much into the stock market as I have been in crypto. If that makes any sense to you guys, yeah. As often as I like to trade crypto, I'm going to start doing that in the stock market. This is going to be a great year, and I hope you guys stick around for it because I'm about to learn a lot of stuff. It's going to be interesting. Sol Court case is looking ugly. Sure is. Doesn't Polymarket use Sol too, though? I don't know if they use Sol or if they use Polygon. They could be on the Matic network, Polygon Matic. So I'm actually not sure. Not sure at all. Shorts pay until you lose everything on one push up. I mean, to an extent, still operate with stop losses. Stop losses are your friend. You said long? Waste management. Go long. Waste management. Yeah. Yeah, see, it's throwing you off because I'm talking about stocks at the same time. Yeah. Yeah, y'all are gonna be real thrown off in a couple weeks here. You'll be like, is he talking stocks or crypto? The hell is he? What's he mean? Yeah, I think I'm gonna be the only YouTuber that's covering them both the same. It's gonna be fun. All right, total 3 on market cap. This looks like gobbledygook. We're gonna get rid of this. Total 3. So let's go ahead and check out the weekly time frame. So total 3 here. You can see the bearish divergence that has been formed. This is not a good look on the weekly. You're getting into, yes, Fidelity and Webull accounts are officially made. They are funded, and I am ready to go. So yeah, I'm diving deep in it. All right, checking out the total 3. These are all of the altcoins. No Bitcoin, no Ethereum. This is what we're looking at. This is the scary side of things. Because guess what? We are now testing a major level of support. Major level of support. Going to come down, test it at 781 billion. We tested it once, tested it twice. We have gotten no strength. This could get real bad real quick. You need to get into Paul. Been buying it for a minute in the stock market. I'll have to check it out. We're going to 74K and most alts are going to 0, right? Trading 50 to 69K. Oh boy. These calls, the more you guys call for such low numbers, it kind of makes me a little more bullish because everyone on Twitter or X, they're all saying the same shit. So I'm sure whales can see this stuff. I'm sure they have AI to look at it, but it is what it is. Paul, I'll have to look at Paul later. Paul is a stock. It is a stock that he is telling me I should look into. All right. So after that, we do have support sitting down here at $709 billion for the altcoin market cap. Just losing an uptrend, it's not a good thing. It's really not a good thing. This could get real terrible. Checking out our daily time frame. Daily. Everything's saying we should bounce off this, see a rally. Everything's saying that. It's just, you got to read the room. Right now, you have institutions unable to take out the money that they want, and institutions have been driving the entire bull run. So that is a bad combination for us normal folk. We are not the billionaires that are dictating the market. So what I could see is possibly like a little creep, and then dump, but it doesn't look good for a pump. I'll say that. 56K is happening. No way 74K will be game until next year. All right. Pippin has been an interesting one, volatile, but one of a few that has been pumping for a while. Interesting. We'll see. I'm buying. Hey, we'll see. I'm just going strictly off technicals here, people, and gut feeling. Technicals and guts. That's all we got. Oh my god, am I negative now? See, this is what I'm talking about. You got this BS here. Bitcoin Cash. It's just not falling for me. It's just not going down, man. Just keeps fighting it. Pippin is about to crash. Yeah, probably. All right. So, anyways, if we do lose this uptrend, it's gonna be dark, desolate, disappointing even, because then we start looking at 618 golden retraces. Yo, from bottom to top, 618 would be down here, $654.73 billion. your favorite altcoin more than likely would see a deficit of 19% on average. On average. Some, they're just bigger losers than others. And you see them fall way further. But others, whew, see that, just that 19%, you're like, we good. Most altcoins do nothing and are worth nothing. I remember from 2017, 75% of those coins in the top 100 no longer even exist. True. Looks like the bottom, to me, unless bottom is already in, which I think is possible. Could be. The more desolate things look, could just be the shortest bear market of all time in the crypto space, and we start rallying next year. My thought is sometime around March to May, we're going to start seeing that move up, right when people are getting those tax refunds. But also, the thing that I didn't really pay attention to this whole time, we got midterms next year, guys, and we got stimmy checks that are possibly coming out. We know what happens with stimmy checks. Now you're gonna spray some gasoline on that, getting a brand new Fed in there that wants to lower interest rates faster, wants to start printing money faster. Next year is kind of looking a lot better the more I think about it, but it's not going to start until June. So there's that. Got to endure for half a year. So stack up on your memes. Oh boy, we're going with memes. Jeez. You know, I don't know. I didn't play too much in the memes this cycle. I feel like I did the right thing. Stim checks for active military. Oh, that's what they're getting. That's good. They need it. They really need it. Must make a lot of money trading. That's pretty funny. All right. Anyways, moving on from total 3, we got Ethereum next. So looking at Ethereum, I thought we were going up. Honestly, really thought we were going up, but instead we're testing the uptrend once again. Thought we were going to hold this level. We started to move, and then we got shaken out. So I actually got stopped out of this trade in the morning. It was not a fun time. I was on 75x leverage. I was like, oh, you buttholes. But they got me. Either way, right now we're looking for, is this uptrend going to hold or is it going to not? We are not oversold, but we did have an uptrend, and we have violated that uptrend, the recent uptrend. So we could actually go down. Sorry I'm late. No, Zcash will be covered, though. We're going to get to it pretty soon here. It will be covered. So yeah, right now, what we could see out of Ethereum on a move down because of a break of this uptrend here, we could see it all the way down to 2398 on your next move. That is unfortunate, but it is a possibility. 15% more downside is the possibility you need to live with. All right, if you can live with that, you're going to be all right. All right. But if we rally from here, because we are broken out of a downtrend and we are bullishly backtesting, technically, we could see a rally up to 4,076. We'll see. I mean, Ethereum, honestly, coin flip. I don't know. I really don't know what they're trying to do with Ethereum. But if I was looking at this in a normal market, I'm like, great. Breakout, bullish backtest, higher low. Let's go, baby. Nah, we'll see. XRP, 58 cents makes sense. Yes, it does. The prophecy. Just look at BTC and ETH weekly RSI. Okay. I can do that right now. That's fine. Because we're looking at Ethereum. BTC. Wait. No, hold on. You're talking about individually? Alrighty. Well, you're in the bearish control zone. It's not really that great when it comes to Ethereum. Bitcoin, you're putting in hidden bullish divergence right now, technically. So Ethereum has some work to do. We could still fall all the way down to 2,295, and we could still put in hidden bullish divergence. So we could go down, buddy. We could go down hard. Just, it's scary. A little scary for Ethereum. A little scary. Because that would also still be your higher low. And it would act kind of like this previous price action back here, where you come down, you hit a level, you catch a lot of bids, and then they just send it. So we'll see. Everyone is too bearish. end well for the bears. That never does. Never does. Because then they start leveraging. They think they all know what's going on. And nah, they don't know. They don't know nothing. Nobody knows anything. So, as soon as you can admit your own ignorance, you are well above the rest. All right, checking out Solana. Solana's going through some shit. I think this one's almost a sure deal. 113, possible $78. Solana's gonna be going through it. So, good luck, Solana. Your weekly's not oversold. Let's check your daily, and your daily's not oversold either. Yikes! Just bleeding out. Dang. Well, hopefully the court situation gets settled sooner than later. Otherwise, it can get held down for a while. Look at every time the RSI goes this low, what happens? Yeah, it usually rallies. Usually. But noted, we need the Fed to release the money. That's what we need. The Fed needs to release the cash, bro. Release the money, man. You know, that's what they really need to do. XRP, still looking for 155. Nothing changed here. Still looking for that 155. Did not get any breakouts. We are just bleeding. Bleeding. So there's that. There's that. So 155 is our current target. We're gonna see if it catches bids or not. I don't think it will. Don't think it will. All right, here's a trade I'm currently in, and this is probably why it's just moseying around. We had a beautiful rising wedge pattern. Broke bearishly out of it. And we found support off the 200 daily. I mean, come on, brother. Anyways, if we zoom on into the 1 hour here, you're going to see exactly why I got into this short. Because we had a beautiful uptrend. We broke down, bearish back test. Now we're coming. And then it stopped coming down. It's some bullshit. Let it fall. I'm looking for about 8% to the downside, getting to 505. This is my trade I'm currently in. If you guys feel like copying it, go for it. We're probably going to lose. Probably going to lose because they're out here just trying to liquidate everybody. Just trying to liquidate us all, man. They're just trying to take our money. Our hard-earned money. Well, yeah, this, I do think we're about to fall another 8%. Possibly testing 451 over time. But for some reason, Bitcoin Cash is one of the more resilient things in the market. So I'm baffled. What's going on here? One thing we didn't do, we did not look at the liquidation heat map. So let's go ahead and get a feel for the liquidation heat map for Bitcoin. 24-hour. It looks like leverage is leaving the building. Nobody wants to leverage Bitcoin right now. They got some shorts up here they could try and get rid of, but I mean, do we really care about $31 million? $37 million? $47 million? Do we care? No, we don't. That's garbage. We have a large sum up here. $91 million sitting at 90,849 of shorts. They just, as soon as this happened, they threw their shorts in. Wow. And they are riding that puppy down. You also have a bunch of longs down here. $75 million in longs sitting at $84,604. So there's that. Let's check out our weekly. Let's see if it's looking more juicy to the upside or not. I did not check this earlier. It looks great to the upside. Looks absolutely amazing to the upside on the weekly. And let's go ahead and check the monthly for some good measure. Good measure on the monthly. What do we got? And we have nobody going long. Nobody going long on the monthly. Everybody wants to short. So here we are. Everybody trying to short. Short. If they do decide to grab some liquidity, we're looking for some upside moves. That's where the liquidity is sitting right now. To the upside. Look at the 1 year. Looks at the 1 year. I guess I can because we're about to close out the year, baby. Look at the 1 year. All longs have been devastated. Sheesh. The longs are gone. They're gone, brother. You can only buy spot. That's all you got. You got spot. All right, anyways. So, right now we're seeing Bitcoin catching a little bit of a rally here. It is making my Bitcoin Cash trade look like a terrible dog shit, which I'm not happy about because we're in Chop City here. Oh, goodness. The Chop Cityness. Oh, can we lose the 200, please? Can we just fall below it? That'd be great. All right, next up we got Dogecoin. Doge. Only reason we're looking at Dogecoin is because it has spot ETFs. Looks like 11 cents is on deck. No rally to be seen. 11 cents on deck. You know, the nice thing about Dogecoin, it respects the levels. It really does. You fall through a level, you go to the next. So pretty easy to point out. 11 cents for Dogecoin. Hopefully Elon starts tweeting about it again one day. We're going to move on. XMR did something weird. I thought we were going down for sure. Nope. We broke out. We have bearish divergence, and we decided to break to the upside. I don't know why these people need so much privacy, but if this continues, this could turn into a $616 asset. I don't know how it's going to do it. I don't know why it's going to do it, but there's a chance XMR wants to rally. I would expect downside for sure. But when you break out of such a shallow downtrend to the upside, you kind of got to gamble on the upside at this point. So much for the 15% downside, unless we break back into our little weak-ass bull flag here that we not only broke out of, but bullishly backtested, and now we're running. It looks bullish now. Yesterday it looked bearish. Today, bullish. So I guess we're bullish on XMR. Bullish on privacy. So go XMR. Can we get a double-digit like here in chat? It would be nice. It would be nice. But we don't get likes anymore, especially now that I started covering stocks. Everybody left. It's probably because I'm not live as often, but you understand. Anyways, Zcash, last one I got for you. No, XMR is good for money laundering, end of year tax stuff. Is that why? Holy crap, I didn't even think of that. I did not think of that. That is wild. Good thought there, JB. Good thought. Because also, I was looking for major downside here for Zcash. We're catching bids. We're catching bids bad. Your daily doesn't look that bad. Your 4-hour looks great. like it actually looks great. We take this out. We had support sitting here. Previous resistance acting as support. Now 373 is acting as major support after getting a higher high. Now you have a higher low, and you have a confirmation low on the 4-hour. Are we serious? Zcash about to go crazy? It just might. It just might. So Zcash has a possibility of running to the upside, and if it does, still on deck. 559. 559. We just adjust this out. There's your new uptrend. Absolute insanity for Zcash, but we could see Zcash do something like this. A 42% jump to the upside. It's a possibility here. It's a possibility. Most bullish coin. If I'm looking at the 4-hour, I'm looking at Zcash here. I'm looking at Zcash. Check out the 1-hour. 1-hour looks pretty decent too. 1-hour is looking pretty decent. Check out the 15. 15's fighting with the 200 simple moving average right now. Yeah, Zcash is looking pretty damn good with the confirmation rounded bottom low. Oh boy. If I was looking at this earlier, I probably would have gone long. Short Zcash on New Year's Eve? Probably. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. But as of this second, we might see Zcash do something amazing for the next week. We just might. This doesn't look bad. Most bullish coin in my opinion. Zcash. We'll see what it does, but Zcash looks good to me. All right, let's get into your guys' requests. First up we got is Fartcoin. Fartcoin. All right, Fartcoin is going through the paces, going through the ringer, and you're not on support, and you're below the 200 simple on the 4-hour. You do have very low stochastics. It's kind of looking like you're double bottoming. However, the lower low, lower highs. Wait until you touch some support. Wait until you break out of this longer term downtrend, and then you might be able to get bullish on this asset. But until then, you're just kind of waiting. You could be testing 28,788, could be testing 26,9. If things get really gross and disgusting in the crypto market, we get a crazy dump, you could be all the way down to 16 cents. So as of right now, you're playing it to the downside. The downside target for me would be something around the 618. So right now I would be looking for something in the neighborhood of, well, did you look at that? 26,983. So we could see a little bit of a movement, a little more to the downside, like, oh, that's 12% to the downside. Wouldn't be strange in the least. Would not be strange in the least. But that's just what happens when you break up trends. You look for common retraces, and then you see if you catch a bounce. catch a bounce, make a lower high. Well, now you get to see a continuation to the downside. But that's just what we do here. Just what we do. Looking for about 12.99% to the downside. Moving on from the fart coin, we got Toshi. Toshi, it's bleeding out worse than ever. All-time lows. Does not look like it's getting any mouth-to-mouth. This one is definitely not getting the big booty Latinas. Just not getting them at all. It's gosh darn shame, honestly. What chart do I normally look at for this thing? Jesus. Oh, Toshi. Where did we first look? MEXC? It was MEXC. All right. So MEXC here. We were looking for upside. It's not panning out, brother. It is not panning out. You're just going downtown in the worst type of way. Caspa has to be bottomed, right? Nope. Always lower. Always lower. You have people mining it, always lower. Remember, that is just a bottomless pit of sell pressure when people are mining it. They can just keep on selling, baby. So really cool thing about Toshi, you're sitting at the 886. This is the area normally where you would be like, hey, maybe it's time to buy. The problem is you got to read the room. So if you read the room, you're going to be like, we're losing major support. We're now just grasping at straws. Is this going to be support next at 0.002094? Is it? We don't know. We have no idea. But the fact of the matter is, you had to break out of a downtrend. You were supposed to confirm your low at 3354. You broke through it. So now you're looking for the next level down, which sucks to say, but we could be shorting Toshi for another 34% downside. Cool, thanks for the TA. No problem, man. No problem. So yeah, losing support, bad idea. Could be dark. Dark, desolate, and wet. You're going to be hanging out with the ring girl. Y'all are going to be taking shots while licking toads. It's gonna be rough. It's going to be a rough time, but you're going to see colors, I promise. All right, moving on from Toshi, we got Hyper. Well, I was bearish the other day, wasn't I? Hot diggity damn. TA still stands. Still stands. Do you think that we see the final bleed out of the altcoins? Oh, yeah, we're definitely going to see that. Eventually, we're going to see it bleed better than ever. It's going to bleed worse than if you got stabbed in like, the top of your head. You know, it's just going to gush. I don't know, honestly. I don't have a crystal ball. But Total 3 does look like it could take a nasty little fall. And, yeah, the altcoins could get really devastated by that. And if you couple it alongside with, like, Bitcoin taking a dump, ooh, it's going to get real bad real quick. Yeah, Hyper. Still in play. Looking for 1127 or 922. It's one or the other. Not sure which one's going to hold. But, I mean, makes sense that you come back down to 922 just to make sure this level actually holds, right? Just got to make sure. Just have money reserves on the side. Exactly. Always have money on the side. Did you see Amazon? No. What happened to Amazon? Are you requesting it? Please tell me you're requesting it. All depends on what Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin dumps, 99.9% of coins dump. 1,000 times worse. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. You know, everybody's been talking about it. We're gonna go look and laugh. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at her go. Oh, Aster, just straight down. Oh boy. Oh no. Oh god. Oh my god. 45 cents could be coming for Aster. 45 cents could be coming. Oh no. Oh, 33 more percent. Oh gosh. Oh. So yeah, Aster's doing pretty bad. It's just bleeding bad. Just bad bleed. Bad bleed. Somebody get it some gauze. Maybe a tampon. You know, get it a tampon. AMZ, Amazon Co. No, that's not right, is it? There it is. There it is. All right, let's check out Amazon. Let's check out some Amazon. So Amazon, I did not see how their Black Friday deals went, but the amount of advertisements I got on my phone, I can only imagine, probably did very poorly. But let's go ahead and check out the weekly here. So Amazon's doing a great job. Uptrend, beautiful uptrend, honestly. Beautiful uptrend. The problem I'm seeing here, it's just non-stop weakness in the RSI. You can see just distinct weakness here. So I do think we're gonna more than likely break down. Most retailers are struggling a bit. So I was thinking before, oh, we could see this thing rally all the way up to 297. The weekly is not giving me any good signs of hope. You know what? We're gonna leave that up there just in case. Hold on, we're gonna leave it up there just in case. But I'm thinking the rally could be over, especially with the absolute disgusting bearish divergence we're seeing. It's not pretty. It's really not pretty. We could see Amazon take a big ol' hit. If it does, oh boy, we could be back down to 170. I don't know. I don't think Amazon's doing as well as people think, but it's a part of the Mag 7, so everybody believes in it. But there's a possibility we see 23% downside. When is their next earnings call? That's my question. What is this? Let's see what we got here. Amazon is considering a $10 billion investment in OpenAI, potentially boosting its valuation to over $500 billion. Following this, Amazon stock rose 1.65% in pre-market trading. That's amazing. That's awesome. Amazon is introducing Ultra servers powered by Trainium 3 chips, boosting the computer's performance and potentially cutting AI training costs by 50% compared to similar GPU systems. You know, that's interesting. Good news sitting here on the chart. Good news on the chart. However, I don't know if the funding is about to dry up for all this AI product. This thing might get hit pretty hard. And couple that with the Amazon sales dropping because people are poor. I don't know. Possibility is still there for 297. Possibility is still there, but understand you couldn't even hit the 1272. Could not get to that 266 before a sharp pullback, and you're nowhere close to being oversold. Nowhere close. Could get real dark real quick. Just saying. Yeah. What's up? Interesting. So yeah, I could realistically see about 23% to the downside. This is what I'm looking at here. If we break the uptrend, 23%. So hopefully that helps you out, Cliff. It just, let's check out the monthly real quick. What do we, ooh. Bearish divergence on the monthly as well. Ooh. I'm not bullish on Amazon. I'm not bullish on Amazon. All right. Just, yeah. Even the daily looks bad. Okay. All right. So yeah, I'm not very bullish on Amazon. I think we're about to see a little dumparooski, and we next leg down 201. It would be my target 201. Oh, it's awful. That's awful. It's about a 9% drop. Sheesh. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, 9 to 23%. That's what it is, guys. That's what it is. And then I also have this trend here. Let's see how it interacts with this little mini uptrend here. Let's see how it interacts. All right. Well, that is all the requests for the day. I do appreciate each and every one of you for coming out. Hopefully you enjoyed the show. Hopefully you enjoyed things and stuff. If you guys are interested in the stock market options and futures stuffs, we do have a Webull link in the description down below. If you're interested in more shorting of the crypto space, we have 3 affiliate exchanges. We have Buy DeFi Weeks and Buy DeFi Weeks and Blowfin. So all those links are in the description down below. You get crazy deposit bonuses, but also you're helping out the channel. Most of the altcoins lost already 95-99% of their all-time high, but just going lower more and more. Yeah, that's true. They're getting absolutely wrecked. I do plan on dropping a video for the members tomorrow, just as a thank you to all the members, because I know the members only live streams, they've kind of fallen off now that I started rugby practice and everything. I'm sorry about that. I'm going to start doing more videos for members, just a heads up there. But also members, you still have the priority when it comes to your requests, things like that. And I do hope that going into the new year, we can start broadening our horizons, not only in commodities, but stocks and any other venture to make money. I appreciate all of you guys. You're the best. You're the greatest of all time. I will see you later. Join the Discord if you're not a part of the Discord. Catch you in the next one. Deuces, everybody. Deuces.